everyone. My name is Random, and I am very happy to bring you guys this article today. I know you'll probably hear it from everybody, but I saw this on Twitter, and thank you so much to all the people who retweeted this to me. So let's just go ahead and read it. This is from the New York Times, right? So Kelly Marie Tran, we all remember her. She's Rose Tico. We all love Rose Tico from The Last Jedi. She says, "I won't be marginalized by online harassment." Well, yeah, good for you. We all get harassed online. The actress Kelly Marie Tran arriving at the Oscars this year. She writes, "I've been tricked into thinking my body was not my own, that it was only beautiful if someone else believed it, regardless of my own opinion." So, the editor's note. The actress deleted her Instagram posts in the summer in response to online harassment. Here she speaks about it for the first time. Or does she? Or does she? Because I did read through this whole article. See, it wasn't their words, it's that I started to believe them. Okay, who? Who are they? Who are they? Their words seem to confirm what growing up as a woman and a person of color already taught me. That I belonged in margins and spaces, valid only as a minor character in their lives and stories. A minor character in their lives and stories. Like Star Wars, only as an Asian, only for Asian girls to look up to, because, Asian girls can't look up to anything else in Star Wars. And those words awakened something deep inside me, a feeling I thought I had grown out of. The same feeling I had when I was 9. I stopped speaking Vietnamese altogether because I was tired of hearing other kids mock me. Or at 17, when at dinner with my white boyfriend and his family, I ordered a meal in perfect English to the surprise of the waitress, who exclaimed, "Wow, it's so cute that you have an exchange student." Maybe they're referring to the fact that you're like small and tiny, or look 17-year-old. Maybe. How old was her boyfriend? It doesn't say how old her boyfriend was. Her boyfriend might have been 40 years old for all we know. Their words reinforced a narrative I'd heard my whole life, that I was other, that I didn't belong, that I wasn't good enough, simply because I wasn't like them. And that feeling, I now realize, was, and is, shame. A shame for the things that made me different. A shame for the culture from which I came from. And to me, the most disappointing thing was that I felt it at all. Oh, okay. So yeah, this still doesn't say anything about anybody saying anything to her online. This basically says school and Hollywood, right? Let me go back. Start to believe them. So all right. We'll keep reading. We'll keep reading. Because the same society that taught some people they were heroes, saviors, inheritors of the manifest destiny ideal taught me I exist only in the background of their stories, doing their nails, diagnosing their illnesses, supporting their love interests, and perhaps the most damaging, waiting for them to rescue me. Okay, so she's talking about stories here, in the background of their stories. So her roles are only that of background characters, like doing somebody's nails. She's not the lead actress. Well, guess what? 1%, less than 1% of all actresses are going to be the lead actress love interest. And if you're in Disney, you have to be a brunette, British, bland woman to be a lead actress. So, I kind of believe you now. I think I'm kind of believing you. She goes on to say, "For a long time I believed them. I believed those words. The stories, carefully crafted by a society that was built to uphold the power of one type of person, one sex, one skin tone, one existence." All right, well, that hasn't existed for, many decades before she was born, but that's okay. It reinforced within me. Rules were written before I was born, rules that made my parents deem it necessary to abandon their real names and adopt American ones, Tony and Kay, so it was easier for others to announce. A literal erasure of culture that still has me aching to the core. Does that happen with Asian people? Because it doesn't happen with Hispanic people. Like, I lived in the very Southwest, and people don't change their names when they immigrate to America. But, what do I know? Maybe I'm ignorant about it. I don't think that happens. I mean, it might. I could be wrong. So as much as I hate to admit it, I started blaming myself. Oh, maybe if I was thinner, maybe if I grew out my hair, and worst of all, maybe if I wasn't Asian. For months, I went down a spiral of self-hate into my darkest recesses of my mind. Places where I tore myself apart, where I put their words above my own self-worth. So she's hearing this from Hollywood producers. You do realize that Hollywood is the most brutal of anything. They will tell a stick-thin woman that she's too fat. They told Kat Denny that she's too fat for Two Broke Girls, or too weird-looking. She has a gap in her tooth, you know? She's a Hollywood actress. People tell these people all the time, if you have low self-esteem, get out of Hollywood. Flat out, you know. If one little thing, like you're too fat, you're too Asian, is keeping you from having a career in Hollywood, then you know you don't have the mentality for Hollywood, because they are brutal. This is why actresses are rail thin, and if you have a Asian body type that is not Japanese, that is not the very, very petite Asian body type, and there are Asians who have different body types, obviously, you're going to get some of that. See, then I realized I had been lied to. Oh no, she was lied to. I had been brainwashed into believing that my existence was limited to the boundaries of another person's approval. I had been tricked into thinking my body was not my own, that I was only beautiful if someone else believed it, regardless of my own opinion. I have been told and retold this by everyone, by the media, by Hollywood, by directors. I wonder if this is by directors like a round-headed buffoon director. By companies that profited from my insecurities, like news outlets, like media, manipulating me so I would buy their clothes. Yes, their makeup, their shoes. Every magazine article says basically, you're too fat, lose weight. Here's how to lose weight. You're too ugly, wear this makeup. You have bad fashion taste, wear these jeans. That is being a woman. That is just being a female in America, Kelly. So I buy their clothes and makeup, their shoes, in order to fill a void that was perpetuated by them in the first place. Oh my god, Kelly, I thought you were smarter than this. Yes, I've been lied to. We all have. Yeah, we have. We all have. We are all being lied to right now. I don't see anything saying that bullies on Instagram bully you off of social media. All I'm saying is that Rian fucking Johnson bullied you off of social media here. Hollywood, the media, the Star Wars media, Hollywood. This is the only thing I've ever seen you in is Star Wars. So I'm gonna assume it's Rian Johnson. And it was in this realization I felt a different shame, not a shame for who I was, but a shame for a world I grew up in, and a shame for how that world treats anyone who's different. Oh, like token Asians to be paraded out in front of a whole bunch of virtue signaling social justice types, maybe? Maybe that's how. Like, hey, look, we have an Asian, we're diverse, give us brownie points and likes and clicks and thumbs up. No, you seriously, we can spin this any way you want. This is how news works. This is how media works. Anybody's editorial and inflection and tone and implications. The things I'm implying could be absolutely 100% true, because this is how media works. I'm not the first person to have grown up this way. This is what it is to grow up as a person of color in a white-dominated world. But you're Asian. I always was told that a person of color was from African descent. I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely wrong on that one, because there are different types of ethnicities. I don't know. This is what it is to be a woman in society that has taught its daughters that we're only worthy of love if we're deemed attractive by its sons. This is a world I grew up in, but not the world I want to leave behind. Well, actually, that's not true. You know, we've had so many. I mean, if you're only believing what the magazines tell you, then your parents didn't do a very good job of giving you self-esteem. I'm sorry. If you're only believing what Hollywood says, what Hollywood and magazines say, then your parents did not give you enough self-esteem as a kid growing up. I want to live in a world where children of color don't spend their entire adolescence wishing to be white. Why would you want to be white? Asian, like, celebrate who you are. Just celebrate who you are. Just be proud that you're Asian. Don't try and be something that you're not. A world where women are not subjected to scrutiny for their appearance. Well, here's the thing. Humans have evolved to find each other attractive for mating. That is the reason of existence, is to procreate. So you're going to visually see how attractive somebody is to you or whatever. But don't worry, we have a cult of Tico paths that are waiting and ready to accept you with open arms. So I want to live in a world where women aren't subjected for scrutiny for their appearance or their actions or their general existence. Well, we're kind of in a place where everybody's scrutinized for their existence. I want to live in a world where people of all races, religions, socio and economic classes, sexual orientations, gender identities, and abilities are seen as what they have always been, human beings. Well, yeah, I mean, see, this is why you really need to stop working for Disney, because they like to parade you out like you're the token, you know. God, I almost want to bring in like Step and Fetch It into how bad Disney treats its minorities and its ethnic people and its female leads, you know, just like these token, look at us, we're so diverse, we have a token this or a token that, you know. And the same thing's happening over in She-Ra. They've got their like a token lesbian to bring out their new She-Ra reboot. This is the world I want to live in. This is the world I will continue to work towards. See, and that's actually really noble. That's fine. I mean, I think most of us don't see color or race. Not nearly as bad as Hollywood, who specifically says we want a young black woman who has a natural leadership ability. You know, Hollywood does way more about racially profiling and catering towards or pandering to one demographic over another, because they go flat out of their way to cast people of certain races and colors. And, you know, if they have an Asian type, they're going to want a specific Asian type of woman. So, but this is just how Hollywood works. These are thoughts that ran through my head every time I pick up a script or a screenplay or a book. I know that the opportunity given to me is rare. I know that I belong to a small group of privileged people who get to tell stories for a living, that are heard and seen and digested by a world that for so long has tasted only one thing. I know how important that is, and I'm not giving up. You might know me as Kelly. I'm the first woman of color to have a leading role in a Star Wars movie. Well, you're kind of a side character, but sure, you can be a lead. I'm the first Asian woman to appear on the cover of Vanity Fair. My real name is Luan. I am just getting started. Wow, that's a wonderful sentiment. Yeah, but nothing says anything about online harassment. This is just a title. Everything points to me that Rian Johnson and Star Wars are the people who bullied her off of Instagram, that they were treating her like she wasn't good enough, like Hollywood did this. So, you know what? This is going to be titled with just as clickbaity of a title as the New York Times article. Tell me how you guys read this. Did she say anything at all about Instagram? Did she say, you know, I mean, this isn't even a direct quote. These are all editor's notes. You know, you've got a few quotes here and there. But yeah, I mean, it just says, it doesn't say specifically what type of things are going on in online harassment. It doesn't say anything. It just says, you know, I went to audition for roles and they said I was too fat, or I wasn't this enough, or I wasn't that enough, and that Asians only really exist in roles as nail salon owners or doing people's nails or bringing people coffee. Well, guess what? You might not be Hollywood leading material, you know? This is why Kevin Smith isn't starring in any romance comedies, even though I would probably watch them, you know, because he doesn't look like Bradley Cooper or Chris Evans. You know, there's a reason why Chris Evans is Captain America and not, you know, Jonah Hill. People have different expectations when they see movies, and I hate to be super cruel about it, but this says nothing about the type of things that are said on Instagram. This says more about what she's dealing with growing up, being raised to be ashamed of herself and not be proud of who she is. And it says a lot about the ins and outs of casting in Hollywood. Tell me what you guys think of this article. Are we really going to fall for these clickbaity article titles? Because I know a million people are going to point this to me and say, see, it's right here. She spoke out about being bullied online. And I'm going to come right back at them, as we all should, and say, yes, we actually read the article, and it says specifically she was more bullied by Hollywood and by, you know, before she was even an actress as a kid growing up, which we all are. We're all bullied. That's what it says to me. It doesn't say anything about online harassment. It doesn't say anything specifically. I mean, and it's even downplayed, like it doesn't even matter nearly as much. It's barely mentioned. It's like, oh yeah, and people harass you online too. But really, the problem is Hollywood and their casting. What do you guys think? Am I reading too much into this? Do you see the same thing that I see? Tell me in the comment section below, and thumbs up if you like me reading these articles too. Thumbs down if you never want me in your recommendeds again, and I will see you guys on the next live stream or video. Bye!